everyone. Welcome to your Friday evening Yin Flow. We will get started in a comfortable seated position. So, finding a shape on the floor that feels comfortable for you today. Bringing palms of the hands to rest on thighs or knees or the ground, and gently closing the eyes or finding a soft gaze at the floor. I'm starting to tune the attention inward and tuning the attention to the breath. I'm first simply noticing the quality of the breath today at this moment. Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? And just making note of this without trying to change it. Noticing the sounds you can hear in the space around you. And noticing physical sensations in the body. Whether that's an internal sensation, discomfort, or pain, or relaxation or release, and external sensations, the feeling of your clothes against your skin, feeling of where your body connects to the floor. Perhaps there's a breeze brushing against your skin. And then coming back to the breath, we'll seal the lips and begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Inhaling to draw breath into the belly, ribs, and chest. And exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Continuing with this three-part breath, smoothing out the tops of your inhales and the bottoms of your exhales. And as you circle this three-part breath through the body, we'll start to lengthen out the exhales. So inhaling to a count of 4 and exhaling to a count of 6. on your next inhale, bringing hands to cup over the eyes, gently blinking eyes open before removing hands on an exhale, allowing the light of the room to come back in to your line of vision. We'll make our way onto our backs. So rolling down to a supine position. Keep a bend in the knees, soles of the feet will plant on the floor. Hands will again come to connect to thighs or knees. We'll inhale here. And exhale to hug knees in towards the chest, using the hands to guide them in close to your body. Inhale to let knees fall away. Exhale to hug and gently squeeze. Inhale to release. Exhale to hug. Taking a few more rounds of this on your own. And feeling the movement in the pelvis and lower back as you move the knees in and out from the trunk of the body. Next, we'll release left leg out long, keeping right knee hugged in towards the chest, clasping hands around right shin. We'll give that bent leg a nice big squeeze in towards right shoulder. And then exhale to release sole of the right foot up towards the sky and bring hands behind the right thigh. From here, we'll just begin to bend and straighten through that right knee, giving a gentle opening with the hamstring. Take some rotations in the hip socket, pointing toes from one side to the other with your straight leg. And on our next exhale, we'll hug that right knee in one more time. And then release and switch, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. Nice big squeeze. And then releasing left sole of the foot up towards the sky and beginning to bend and straighten through the left knee, using your clasped hands to support the back of the thigh here. And then one last hug of that left knee in towards the chest. And then we'll release both soles of the feet back to the floor, knees bent up towards the ceiling. And we'll bring the arms out to a T and just take some gentle windshield wipers with the knees. Inhaling to bring these to center. And exhaling to let them drop to one side. Next time your knees fall over to the left, we will leave them there. Gaze can stay up towards the ceiling or fall over towards right hand. Next inhale, gaze and knees come back to center. And exhale, knees fall to the right, maybe gaze falls to the left. On your next inhale, knees and gaze will come back to center. And then we'll make our way to a seated position, either rocking and rolling on the length of the spine, or rolling off to one side and using hands to press up back into cross-legged or any comfortable seat. From here, we'll once again bring palms of the hands to connect to knees or thighs or shins. We'll inhale to arch the upper chest, lifting the collarbone, opening the throat, lifting the gaze just a little bit. And then exhale to round the back, tucking the chin, gaze comes to the floor. Inhale to arch and lift. Exhale to curl. Seated cat-cow. Inhale to lift, opening the chest. Exhale to round. Moving through several more rounds of this on your own pace. And then we'll reach back in center. Releasing hands. We'll inhale to circle arms up overhead. Exhale to twist over to the right. Right hand plants behind the back. Left hand comes to right knee. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Do 2 more rounds on each side. Next inhale, we'll come to center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right one more time, and we will hold here. Finding length through the whole spine, reaching out long through the crown of the head. And letting your exhales ever so slightly deepen the twist. Gaze can stay out to the side or begin to move over right shoulder. Last inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back to center, fingertips lift. And exhale to take that twist over to the left and hold. Using the left hand planted right at the base of the spine by the tailbone to support and help create that length. And again, letting gaze slowly track over the left shoulder if you choose. One more inhale in our twist. Exhale to deepen ever so gently. Inhale, we'll come back to your center. And then we'll clasp hands overhead, releasing the index finger up towards the sky. You'll inhale to find length here. And exhale to bend over to the right, creating an opening to the left side of the body, left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. 2 more rounds of these side bends on your own pace. Keeping the shoulders dropped away from the ears even as you are reaching up overhead. So there's still some space in the sides of the neck. And after your 2 rounds, we'll exhale to release hands. And then rocking forward onto hands and knees. And widen knees out, mat width distance, toes come together to touch. And send hips back to heels, forehead to the floor, finding child's pose. Take several deep breaths here together. Inhaling through the nose, filling the belly, ribs, and chest. And open the mouth, exhale fully. Inhale through the nose. Exhale at the mouth. Letting it be an audible sigh. Inhaling through the nose. Last exhale at the mouth. And letting that exhale facilitate the release of physical tension. Once again, noticing the connection of the body to the ground. Feeling the support of gravity and the whole earth underneath you. Next, inhale, we'll lift back up to hands and knees and into tabletop. And then exhale to tuck toes and send hips up and back into downward facing dog. And slowly set up our down dog, taking any movement you need here to settle into this upside down shape for the first time in class today. And then we find stillness. Letting shoulders drop away from the ears. Gentle bend in the knees so hips can lengthen out the lower back. Next inhale, gaze will come to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet step to meet hands, folding over legs. Nice deep bend in the knees here. Clasp opposite hands to opposite elbows. So taking ragdoll. Can sway back and forth for a moment here. Shake off the head. Switch the grip on your hands. So that the other arm is on top. It may feel a little bit less natural. And then letting go any grip you've taken on the hands. We'll inhale to lift halfway, crown of the head reaches long. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms circle up overhead, coming all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking several full breaths here in Tadasana. Just feeling strong foundation through the soles of the feet, even distribution of the weight of the body. Eyes can be closed or open. And if you close the eyes, gently blinking them back open. Release hands alongside us. Inhale to circle arms up overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to plant hands. Step right foot back, coming into a low lunge. Back knee can stay lifted, or option to drop that back knee to the ground and release the toes. We'll inhale to lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale to step left foot back to meet the right, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet step to meet hands, folding over legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale to fold over legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant hands, left foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, dropping hips, lifting the chest. Exhale, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Full breath in down dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet step to meet hands, folding over legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms circle overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full round of breath into Tadasana. Exhale to release hands. Inhale, arms circle overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, right foot steps back. This time we will drop the back knee, untucking the toes. And inhale to bring arms up overhead, coming into low lunge. Exhale, we'll drop arms out to a T, lifting chest, lifting gaze. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands plant. Stepping back into downward facing dog. One round of breath in down dog. Next inhale, gaze comes to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet step to meet hands. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand, reaching fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. One full breath into Tadasana. Exhale to release hands. Inhale to circle arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant hands, left foot steps back. Once again, dropping the knee, untucking the toes. Inhale, arms will come up overhead. Exhale to drop arms out to a T, gaze lifts, chest lift. Inhale, back overhead. Exhale to plant hands, downward facing dog. Full breath in down dog. Next inhale, gaze comes to the top. Exhale, feet step to meet hands. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, coming all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full breath into Tadasana. Do one more round of this sun salutation. Exhale, hands come alongside the body. Inhale, arms circle overhead. Exhale, bend at the elbows, cactus in the arms. Lifting chest, lifting gaze. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to fold, circling arms down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, right foot steps back. Knee drops to the ground, low lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms drop out to a T, opening the chest. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hands plant, downward facing dog. Full breath in down dog. Next inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet step to meet hands, folding over legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand, fingertips reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full breath into Tadasana. Exhale, hands release alongside you. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, bend at the elbows, cactus in the arms. Inhale to reach. Exhale to circle and fold over legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, left foot steps back, dropping that back knee into low lunge. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, arms open to a T, lifting chest, lifting gaze, opening the throat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant hands, stepping right foot back, downward facing dog. Full breath in down dog. Inhale, gaze comes to the top of the mat. Exhale, feet step to meet hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Bringing the breath once again into Tadasana. Option to blink the eyes closed. Take a moment to return to that 4-6 breath that we did at the beginning of class. So just reconnecting with the inhales and the exhales to begin. Feeling the lips, drawing the breath in through the nose to the belly, ribs, and chest. And then exhaling chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling belly, ribs, chest. And exhaling chest, ribs, belly. And then beginning to lengthen out the exhales. So inhaling that 3-part breath to a count of 4. And exhaling to a count of 6. Taking 3 more rounds of breath on your own. And at the bottom of your last exhale, releasing hands alongside you. And gently blinking eyes back open if you've closed them. And here we'll turn to face the long edge of our mat. And then step out to a wide-legged stance. You're keeping toes pointed out towards the outer corners of the mat. So we're in a little bit of a open toed position. Here we'll inhale, circle arms overhead, really taking up space, opening up the body nice and big. And then we'll exhale to bend deeply into the knees. Hands will come to heart center, sinking into a squat. Inhale to sweep arms overhead, straightening knees. Exhale to sink, hands come to heart center. Continuing to flow. This inhale to open to star pose. And exhale to sink nice and strong into horse. Inhale to open and lift. Exhale to sink. Feel that strength and grounding through the lower body. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sink. One more inhale to lift. Exhale, find horse pose, and we'll hold here. 5 breaths. Like pressing through the soles of the feet, almost imagining that you're pressing the soles of the feet away from each other on the mat. Next, inhale, release back to star pose. When exhale, hands will come to hips. We'll switch toes to point inwards here. And inhale to lengthen. And exhale to hinge from the hips, folding forward into a wide-legged forward fold. And just taking some organic movement here, moment to play around. Maybe bending and straightening each knee. Maybe you reach arms out long in front of you. Maybe you find some twists here. Whatever your body's calling for today. And then we'll find stillness and meet back in center, forward fold. And hands will come back to hips with a nice flat back. On an inhale, we will lift back up to standing. And then exhale, we'll just shimmy our feet back in to a normal hip width stance here. Next, inhale, arms will come overhead. And then we'll clasp hands overhead, once again, releasing that pointer finger. Inhale to lengthen here. And exhale to take that side bend, like the beginning of class, over to the right, standing this time. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. 2 more rounds on your own. And remembering to keep shoulders dropped away from the ears. And then after your 2 rounds, we'll meet back in center. Release those clasped hands up overhead. And then we'll exhale to fold over legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to plant hands and step feet back into plank pose. Option to drop knees here or stay up on the toes. We'll just inhale for 1 breath. And exhale to lower all the way to the ground, coming onto the belly. Next, inhale, we'll lift chest and we'll bring forearms to plant on the ground, flat in front of us, so that elbows are just underneath shoulders, finding Sphinx pose. Letting the front of the chest be open, knitting the low ribs and belly together ever so slightly if the lower back is feeling kind of crunched or tight. letting the core muscles support the lumbar vertebrae. Last inhale here. Exhale, release chest. One ear and cheek can come to the mat. Arms can come out long alongside you. Heels can fall away from each other. Finding a moment to rest. Next inhale, we'll come back through center, planting palms of the hands alongside the chest. And then exhale to send hips back to heels for child's pose. Couple of breaths here. Next inhale, move to tabletop. And then exhale to cross at the ankles or sit off to one side to roll back to a seat once again. From here, we will send left leg out long in front of us and then cross right leg over left thigh, planting the right sole of the foot on the ground so that we are in the crossed bent knee position here. Then we'll plant right hand at the base of the spine once again. Inhale, left arm comes up overhead. Exhale, we'll twist over to the right. Left elbow can hook on right knee, or you can just wrap left arm around right leg. Or half Lord of the Fishes pose. And once again, gaze can stay out to the side or start to track over right shoulder. Keeping that left foot active, so flexing the toes back towards the body. In whatever shape you're choosing, keeping the spine long rather than collapsing and curving. So if that means taking a variation with the arm, go right ahead and do that. Next inhale, we'll start to come back through center, release left arm up overhead, and then exhale, both hands can come alongside the hips, and then we'll switch out the legs. So right leg comes out long, left leg crosses over, bending at the knee. And then we'll find that left arm support behind us. Inhale, right arm up overhead. And then exhale to twist. Picking any variation of the gaze or arms might be the same as the first side, it might be different Inhale to start to untwist, coming back through center. Right arm will come back up overhead. And then exhale to release both hands to the floor. Release both legs out long. And then we'll make our way onto our backs. However you would like. And once you're here, we'll bend at the knees. Bring soles of the feet together to touch, opening the knees out wide like a book. Prasupta Baddha Konasana. Arms can stay alongside you or come out to a T or overhead. Whatever shape feels like it serves you best right now. Eyes can come closed. You're welcome to stay in this shape as long as you want, or make this your final resting position. Otherwise, if you would like to move into a different shape or a traditional Shavasana, we'll begin to do that now. Legs can release long on the mat. Arms come out wide, taking up space, making any tiny adjustments you need in the body to be able to fully release. Into Shavasana. As you're ready to come out and move on with your day, starting to deepen the breath. Find small movements in the fingers and toes, rolling out wrists and ankles, letting that movement travel to knees and elbows, rocking head side to side. Before taking an inhale to reach arms up long overhead, reaching out through the soles of the feet. Long body stretch. And exhale to roll over to one side, curling up into a fetal position. Giving yourself a few breaths here before gently pressing through hands to come back up to a seated position. Eyes can stay closed. Once again, bringing hands to connect to thighs or knees or shins. And noticing the connection between the body and the earth. Feeling the sits bones on the ground, feeling the spine, tailbone reaching to the ground, while crown of the head reaches for the sky. And bring hands to heart center, tucking the chin, and blinking eyes open. Taking a moment to thank yourself for carving out some time in your day for your yoga practice, and thanking anyone else who may have joined you tonight from their respective spaces. Thanks, everybody. I look forward to practicing with you again.